भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा प्रणाम। Today we continue third chapter. Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Canto first, shloka number 21 and 22. Please recite cautiously. ततः सप्तदशे जातः
तथा
सप्तदशे जातः
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
चक्रे वेदतरोः शाखाः
चक्रे वेदतरोः शाखाः
दृष्ट्वा पुंसः अल्पमेधसः
अल्पमेधसः
नरदेवत्वम् आपन्नः
नरदेवतापन्नः
सूर्यकार्यचिकीर्षया
सूरकार्यचिकीर्षया
समुद्रनिग्रह आदीनि
समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्
ततः सप्तदशे जातः
सप्तदशे जातः
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
चक्रे वेदतरो शाखाः
चक्रे वेदतरो शाखाः
वा पुंसः अल्पमेधसः
दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसः
नरदेवत्वम् आपन्नः
नरदेवताम् आपन्नः
सूरकार्यचिकीर्षया
सूरकार्यचिकीर्षया
समुद्रनिग्रह आदीनि
समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्
ततः सप्तदशे जातः
ततः सप्तदशे जातः
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
सत्यवत्यां पराशरात्
चक्रे वेदतरोः शाखाः
चक्रे वेदतरो शाखाः
दृष्ट्वा पुंसः अल्पमेधसः
दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसः
नरदेवत्वम् आपन्नः
नरदेवताम् आपन्नः
सुरकार्यचिकीर्षया
सुरकार्यचिकीर्षया
समुद्रनिग्रह आदीनि
समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्
चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्।
हरे कृष्णा। आशीष प्रभु जी प्लीज रिसाइट।
ततः सप्तदशे जातः सत्यवत्यां पराशरात् चक्रे वेदातरो सखा दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसः नरदेवताम् आपन्नः सुराकार्यचिकीर्षया समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्।
हरे कृष्णा। गौरांगी शक्ति माता जी।
यस माता जी। ततः सप्तदशे जातः सत्यवत्यां पराशरात् चक्रे वेदतरोः शाखाः दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसः नरदेवत्वम् आपन्नः सुरकार्य चिकीर्षया समुद्र निग्रहादीनि चक्रे वीर्याण्यतः परम.
वीर्याणि अतः परम. मृण्मयी माताजी.
यस माताजी. ततः सप्तदशे जातः सत्यवत्यां पराशरात् चक्रे वेदतरो शाखा दृष्ट्वा पुंसोऽल्पमेधसः नरदेवत्वमापन्नः सुरकार्यचिकीर्षया समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि चक्रे वीर्याण्यतः परम्.
व्हेरी नाइस. श्रीधर प्रभुजी.
ततः सप्तसदे जातः सद्वद्भ्यां पराशरात् चक्रवेदा तरोसागा दृष्ट्वा पुंसोऽल्पमेधसः नरदेवत्वम् आपन्न सूरकार्यचिकीर्षया समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण. आशीष प्रभुजी.
ततः सप्तदशे जातः सत्यवत्यां पराशरात् चक्रे वेदा तरो शाखा दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसा नरदेवताम् आपन्नः सुरकार्यचिकीर्षया समुद्रनिग्रहादीनि चक्रे वीर्याणि अतः परम्.
Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter, in the 17th incarnation of Godhead, Sri Vyāsadeva appeared in the womb of Satyavatī through Parashar Muni, and he divided the one Veda into several branches and sub-branches, being that the people in general were less intelligent. In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Rama. In order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods, he exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist king Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Originally, the Veda is one, but Srila Vyāsadeva divided the original Veda into four, namely Sam, Yajur, Ruk, Atharva. And then again they were explained in different branches like the Puranas and the Mahārāta. Vedic language and the subject matter are very difficult for ordinary men. They are understood by the highly intelligent and self-realized Brahmanas. But the present age of Kali is full of ignorant men. Even those who are born by Brahmana father are in the present no better than the Shudras or the women. The twice born men, namely the Brahmanas, kṣatriya and Viṣāds, are expected to undergo a cultural purificatory process known as sanskaras. But because of the bad influence of the present age, the so-called members of the Brahmana and other families are no longer highly cultured. They are called Dvijabandhus, or the friends and family members of the twice born. But these Dvijabandhus are classified amongst the Shudras and the women. Srila Vyāsadeva divided the Veda into various branches and sub-branches for the sake of the less intelligent classes like the Dvijabandhus, Shudras and women. The personality of Godhead the personality of Godhead Sri Rama assumed the form of a human being and appeared on the earth for the purpose of doing some pleasing work for the demigods or the administrative personalities to maintain the order of the universe. Sometimes great demons and atheists like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu and many others become very famous due to the advancing material civilization by the help of material science and other activities with a spirit of challenging the established order of the Lord. For example, the attempt to fly to other planets by material means is challenged to establish order. The conditions of each and every planet are different, and different classes of human beings are accommodated there are particular purposes mentioned in the codes of other lords. But puffed up by tiny success in material advancement, sometimes the godless materialists challenge the existence of God. Ravana was one of them, and he wanted to depart ordinary men to the planet of Indra, heaven, by material means without consideration of the necessary qualification. He wanted a staircase to be built up directly reaching the heavenly planet so that people might not be required to undergo the routine of pious work and necessary to enter that planet. He also wanted to perform others acts against the established rule of the Lord. He even challenged the authority of Sri-Ram, the personality of Godhead, and kidnapped his wife Sita. Of course, Lord Rama came to chastise his atheist. This atheist answering the prayer and desire of the demigod. He therefore took up the challenge of Ravana, and the complete activity is subject matter of the Ramayana, because Lord Ramchandra was the personality of Godhead. He exhibited superhuman activities which no human being, including the materially advanced Ravana, could perform. Lord Ramchandra prepared a royal road Indian Ocean with stones that floated on the water. The modern scientists have done research in the area of weightlessness, but it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But because weightlessness is the creation of the Lord, by which he can make the gigantic planet fly and float in the air. He made the stones even within this earth to be weightless and prepared a stone bridge on the sea without any supporting pillar. That is the display of the power of God. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sahadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Viṣād Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubecha Krupa Sindhube Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vyāsadeva Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Here shloka number 20 and 22 describe about the 17th incarnation of the Vyāsadeva and 18th incarnation of the Sri Rama. Both are describing in detail ahead of Rama's description is coming in the 9th canto, and Vyāsadeva's detailed description is coming in this canto also. We read ahead how they bore, and another canto also. Please, Prabhuji will tell in detail. Please hear nicely. And if anyone want, then they anyone of one out of 11, anyone can told in 1 or 2 minutes there.
Hare Krishna.
Manogar. Hare Krishna.
I think we had Her Grace Gaurangi Shakti Mataji. She should have been the first. So, coming back to this shloka, Satyavati, she was not married when she gave birth to Vyāsadeva. Later on, she became the wife of Mahārāja Śantanu, who is father of Bhīṣmadeva. And Satyavati was daughter of fisherman. So we see that she was neither a brāhmaṇa nor a kṣatriya. But in those days, it was mentioned that higher caste men could accept a girl of lower caste, but a lower caste man could not accept a girl born of higher caste. And regarding that, in Nīti-darpaṇa, Cāṇakya has mentioned very clearly, Viṣād amṛtaṁ grāhyam, amedhyād kāñcanam, nīcād uttamā vidyā, strī-ratnaṁ duṣkulād. So when there is a tub of poison, but if there is a little nectar, then you take it. Suppose in a very filthy place, there is some gold, you should take it. If a person born in low family, he has got some talent, education, don't hesitate, take from him. And if a girl is very qualified, beautiful, even she is born of a low family, you can accept her. So this is what the Shastras say. And that is how Satyavati got married to Mahārāja Śantanu. And that story we'll be seeing in detail when we come to the Bhishma part of the Bhagavatam. So,
Bhishma.
Vyāsadeva, he was not an ordinary being. He was an incarnation of Narayan. And he was meant for expanding Vedic knowledge. Now again, Vyāsadeva was born, but nobody could understand. And in spite of giving birth to Vyāsadeva, his mother, she remained a virgin by the blessings of Parashar Muni. And then she was so attractive that she could get married to Mahārāja Śantanu later on. So here we are seeing the word Parasharat. So it means the semena given by Parashar Muni in the womb of Satyavatya. And how Chakre Veda Taroho Shakha. Ved, the knowledge, he divided. Now Vyāsadeva divided the Vedas into many branches. Therefore, Vyāsadeva is also known as Veda Vyas. And it is said that he has created so much of literature that whatever is remaining now is his whatever he has already covered. Vyaso Shishtam Jagat Sarva is what we generally speak of in Sanskrit Subhash. So formerly there was only one Veda, Atharva Ved. And this Atharva Ved used to be learned by tradition, by hearing from the spiritual master. So spiritual master, and therefore there was no book as such. And so Vedas is also known as Shruti. Shruti means hearing. So the guru would recite Vedic mantras, the disciples will hear, and the memory was so sharp that once heard from the lips of spiritual master, the students become completely well versed. And so there never was any necessity of book. But then Vyāsadeva saw that the next age, that is Kali Yuga, people will be less intelligent. Alpamedhasaha. And so he decided that it is the right time to document everything. And we have seen this in the first chapter itself. So everything is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the topmost knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Now, material knowledge, if we write some book, it has no meaning because it is defective. But Srimad Bhagavatam, it's not ordinary knowledge. It is transcendental knowledge. And so there is no defect in Srimad Bhagavatam. And that is why it is called as Amala Purana. So that is what Vyāsadeva did. And because he is so great, his mother Satyavati also gets recognition. Now, ideally, when Prabhupada was discussing about this shloka, he was also talking about how the girls or the Matajis need to be protected. So the system used to be that unless one is married, a girl, she must always remain under the control of the parents. Therefore, it is a parent's duty to see that the girl is married to a suitable boy. And when the girl is married, then parents' duty is finished. Then, up to a certain age, during the young time, say up to 40 years, is what Prabhupada says, she should always remain under the guidance and control of her husband. And when there are grown-up children, she should remain under the care of the elderly sons. So this is how, if we spend life, then even though we are going to be alpamedhasa, still we will understand about Krishna, and we can get into sumedhasaha state. In fact, regarding this, there is a very wonderful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, which we had seen a couple of months ago. Krishna varnam trisha krishnam sangopanga shastra parshadam yagya sankirtana praya hai yajanti hi sumedasa. So it is clearly mentioned that in this age, one should worship the incarnation of God Krishna if he is sumedhasaha, that is intelligent. So we are very, very always indebted to Sri Vyāsadeva ji, because he has given us such important knowledge in such simple language. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. So to kill the miscreants and to protect the devotees, Krishna always descends. So Lord Ramchandra appeared for the purpose of satisfying the Suras, while Krishna appears for protection of the Suras. So there's a difference between why Rama came and why Krishna came. Because if it was for killing, then killing Asuras, Krishna does not require to come down. He can use any agent. Parasya Shakte Vividhaiva Shruyate. So he has got so many energies. Simply advising the king of heaven, Indra, he can set a strong wind, so many Asuras can be immediately annihilated. So for that purpose, Krishna does not require to come down. He comes for satisfying the devotees. Because the devotees are anxious to see him. Look at Narasimha. He appeared not to kill Prahlad Maharaj's useless father. Simply by directing Maya, he could be killed. But he wanted to come before Prahlad Maharaj. That, oh boy, you are such nice devotee. You are suffering for me. Now I have come, you see. So that is the purpose. So just look at the kindness of Krishna. He kept Brahma's promise. He kept Hiranyakashipu's aspiration. And he also satisfied Prahlad. And everything was simply done by incarnating as Narasimha. This is Krishna's plan. He comes, but one stroke, he serves so many activities. That is Krishna. Now, when he came as Ram, you all know the story. He had to construct a bridge, you see, from India to he had to cross the Indian Ocean. So, but what kind of a bridge? He built a bridge, a stone bridge that was floating on the sea. A stone floating on the sea. Where is the law of gravitation? Simply varied. That is Krishna. He can nullify any law. He can introduce any law. And nobody has got experience that stone thrown on the water is going to float. No one. Naturally, it goes down. But this is God. That he nullifies the general law as he desires. Sarva Shakti Sampannaha. That is all powerful. That is his greatness. So Prabhupada ji, while discussing this shloka, mentions that Lord Ramchandra's appearance was for satisfying, for putting an ideal on how a human should live life. So Krishna comes for multiple purposes. So his purpose here was definitely killing Ravana was one of the purposes, was again because of the benedictions which Ravana had got. But at the same time, he wanted to introduce how to live a life, how to rule a state. And he did it exceptionally. And that is why even today we all aspire for Ram Rajya. We know that everyone used to be happy there. Because Krishna himself was ruling. The personality of God himself was ruling. So that is why He came there. It may be said that, okay, he with his strength could have done anything. But then Prabhupada mentions that strength is not something which comes from body. He says, he quotes from Utopdesh, Buddhi yasya balam tasya. Anyone who has got intelligence, he has got strength. And that is why, if we really want strength, it's not that by going to gym we'll get strength. We'll get strength when we get the real knowledge of self, real knowledge of 5-year year, real knowledge of where we should have been, real knowledge how to be where we should have been. That is important. That is intelligence. Taking so many degrees and professional qualifications is not intelligence. It's not knowledge. Knowledge and intelligence means knowing about Krishna or eternal relationship with Krishna and re-establishing our eternal relationship with Krishna. And for that, it is important that we serve Krishna. Today, everyone wants to go to, say, the International Space Station or Moon or Mars. And for that, we are trying so many things. Prabhupada says these are all futile efforts because practically this is all known to us. Vyāsadeva has informed this, how where we can go. Krishna has informed. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yanti deva vrata devan. So if you want to be promoted to heavenly planets, then we must perform the duties to please that particular demigod. So if you want to go moon, then we should be able to please Chandradev. And Prabhupada explains how the life in the higher planetary system is different. Materially, little comparatively opulent, but still full of dukkhalaya, because it also has a deadline beyond which it cannot exist. And that is why we should not be aspiring for material gains, is what Prabhupada says while discussing this shloka. He quotes the example of Ram Bhagwan, how he fulfilled his duty, set an example, and then left for his Saket Dham. Similarly, we should complete our duties, continuously chant, purify ourselves, and go back home, back to Godhead. And in Kali Yuga, that is possible by the chanting, congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So let us follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, of Guru Maharaj, and please them. Hare Krishna.